Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tom Spark and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about some of my top 5 favorite VPNs right now in June 2021. This is going to be more of like a real talk edition. So unlike other YouTubers who just make these top 5 VPN lists promoting their favorite VPN so you'll buy them with their affiliate codes, this list is going to be more of a pros and cons of each one of my favorite options, so that way you can get a realistic picture and make the right purchasing choice. Of course, if you want to support my channel, you could click on some of the links and use my promo codes with these VPNs. They are affiliate links, but here on the channel it's more of a unbiased, honest perspective, not just an advertisement of these services. These VPNs have been selected to be my favorite VPNs out of 60 plus VPNs rated here on the channel, which you can find on VPNtierlist.com. I've pretty much rated every single VPN, and these ones are the top choices for so many different reasons. If you want to see more information about each one of these VPNs, of course, you could check out the reviews here on the channel. You can find the links to those reviews on the tier list itself if you click on the rating score on the website. Anyways, guys, without further ado, let's get into these VPNs. So guys, number 1 here on the channel is TorGuard VPN. Now, TorGuard VPN is a really interesting VPN because some people absolutely love it, but most reviewers find that it's not the VPN they want to recommend. This is probably due to the fact that it only rewards 30% affiliate commissions compared to other VPNs in the industry which reward a lot more. So it's hard to find an honest, unbiased perspective on TorGuard VPN, but here is mine here on the channel. Number 1, it probably has one of the best values out of any VPNs. With promo codes like TomSpark or Netflix, you can get 50% off pretty much any package on the website. This gives you 8 simultaneous connections, unlimited access to the full suite of their VPN service, with applications on Fire Stick, it has a Linux GUI, PC, Mac, everything like that, and it has amazing speeds. Probably the best speeds out of any VPN I've tested to date. Having WireGuard on there is just really amazing, and they always have the perfect blend of amount of servers and also users on the servers, so you get the best speeds. And even people who don't like TorGuard will admit that it does have really good speeds, but not only speeds, but it also has a really good consistency. When you connect to the servers, they'll stay connected and it won't disconnect or anything like that, which is hard to say for a lot of VPNs. They do have problems with consistency. I actually got a message on Reddit from someone complaining about private internet access, saying how they really like the application and stuff like that, but they didn't have the same level of consistency of connections that TorGuard VPN does, and that's something that shouldn't just be ignored. So it's super solid. Now, there are a lot of other pros you could find in the TorGuard VPN review, but in terms of cons, there are some things to take note of. For one, the application, while it's receiving updates and getting a bit more of a streamlined nature that looks more modern, it still is a little bit clunky here and there. Take, for example, you can't really change servers when connected. You'll have to disconnect and then switch servers. Also, the settings and a couple other things are a little bit clunky with the application. Sometimes it takes a little while to connect and stuff like that. Really annoys some people, but for most people, they could kind of look past it because once you're connected, you stay connected and you don't really have to, mess around with the application too much. Another con with TorGuard is that the streaming bundle is still not as good of a value as some other VPNs that I'm going to be mentioning in this video. It still is cheaper than other options like NordVPN, Express, CyberGhost, and some of those options out there that a lot of people use, but it's around $11 a month or $60 a year, and you get 2 streaming IP locations. These are really good because they're harder to block for Netflix because they're unique only to you, but the downside is you're not as flexible, allowing different region hopping with other VPNs that you can on this list. So it's definitely something to consider. Number 2 on the list is VPN. Now, VPN is a newer VPN. It's been around for around a year now, so it does have more polish than it did in the beginning. It's one of the best streaming VPNs, I think, and primarily the one I recommend for people if you want to unblock geo restrictions. That's because it supports so many different libraries. You could even request new Netflix libraries, and they're always testing them to make sure that they work. Not only that, but it also has a smart DNS feature, which means you can unblock streaming services on stuff like your PS4 or any other smart device. I did a tutorial on that and it worked really well, so that was really cool. VPN is also really quickly improving across the board, and they've even made a roadmap for 2021 going into 2022 with all the things they are adding to the service. And almost every single one of these things they're adding are suggestions made by me or other members in the community, which is really cool. They're adding stuff like a Linux GUI, more obfuscation and stealth VPN features and stuff like that, which is really nice. They already have a lot of the fundamentals already, like kill switches, WireGuard, streaming applications or multi-device applications, streaming compatibility, and all sorts of things you're going to need. And they even have good customer support now too. They've kind of updated that and had more live chat agents too. In terms of cons, VPN, it still needs a little bit of polish. There's been some bugs with split tunneling and stuff like that, needing some work, but I asked them, and every time I ask them about these bugs, they're always aware of them and making sure to fix them as quick as possible. So that's definitely something good, but something they're still working on. Number 3 on this list is Cactus VPN. Now, Cactus VPN, I think, is one of the most kind of hidden gems in terms of VPNs. A lot of people don't really know about it. A lot of people say, you know, like, why do you rate Cactus VPN so high? No one talks about Cactus VPN. It's not even rated anywhere on other websites. And that's because Cactus VPN does have a lower affiliate commission, around 20%, which means that no one really is incentivized to recommend it. They're not going to make much money doing so. So guys, why is Cactus VPN recommended on my channel? Well, it's a good fundamental VPN. It's very affordable. It's a great value in terms of what you get. You get SOC 5 proxy and stuff like that. Unlimited simultaneous connections, which is really cool. And it really is just kind of like the team behind it. I like them too. They're a really good team looking to improve the VPN. They're honest, reputable. There's never been any leaks or any indications of leaks or any questionable things that the company has done. It just kind of has that hidden gem nature about it, and it's really solid across the board, of course. One of the cons, though, I think, is the application looks a little bit plain and it's a little bit laggy and janky sometimes. The team is looking into fixing some of those things, but it really is a good VPN that just needs a little bit of fresh coat of paint, I think, and then it's really going to be excellent. So we'll be looking out for that to make sure to do an updated review maybe sometime later this year or into 2022. Next up on the list is PrivateVPN. Now this one is interesting, and I've talked to the CEO a good amount. The one cool thing about this service is that they own all their servers and they kind of function as their own ISP because they created a sort of interesting legal entity. Their service itself, as well as the CEO, kind of have like an interesting hands-on vibe, and sometimes you'll see the CEO even responding to live support tickets and stuff like that. It works great with streaming and is also an insanely good value. The cons for this one is that sometimes it's a little bit slow depending on where you are in the world. I think it's a little bit faster for EU users because they're based on that side of the world. The application still needs some work and a little bit of updates with the UI and implementing things like WireGuard. I think WireGuard is still in beta. So it just needs a little bit of polish there in terms of adding some more of those features. Last on this list is VPN. Now this one is extremely polished and it has a nice intuitive feel and one of the best looking applications out there, I think, in terms of VPN. It also has very good speeds now with WireGuard support and excellent stream compatibility. And a lot of people who like VPN kind of really do like it. That said, there are some other cons too, like they're missing out some of the things that some of these other VPNs on this list have, stuff like SOC 5 proxy, extension support, and stuff like that. Another thing is that VPN also got removed from my RVP because they have a timer on their website, which they haven't gotten rid of. So that's definitely a bummer that they're using kind of those manipulative marketing tactics to try to pressure you into buying their service. That's definitely a bummer, not something I want to see from a tier 1 VPN, but across the board, they do score well enough everywhere to still make them tier 1. So that's something to consider too if that doesn't really bother you about the timer. Overall, a very solid service and good customer support too. Alright guys, those are my top 5 VPNs, each with their unique pros and cons. Keep in mind all these VPNs are among the best. No VPN is perfect, so any of these services will most likely be a good choice for you to use in 2021, the later half of it. If you guys like this video, make sure to let me know down in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Use my affiliate links and promo codes down in the description down below. Code ThomasSpark should give you some kind of discount on all these different VPNs, whether from 10 to 50% discount. It kind of just depends on the VPN service that added my promo code. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking this one, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.